Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about distributed tracing and a distributed tracing tool. In this modern world, organizations are adapting towards microservice architecture to build complex integrations in Azure. Though it's scalable and reliable, it brings a lot of complexities in visualizing the data that is flowing in our system. To overcome this challenge, distributed tracing was introduced. Today, we are going to discuss about one such tool, Serverless 360. Though Serverless 360 is a product expert specialized in monitoring Azure integration services, the PAM module in Serverless 360 can help you give you a better visualization of the data flowing in your business process. In Serverless 360, we have 4 different modules, and today we are going to concentrate on the business activity monitoring. So as informed, business activity monitoring can help you achieve end-to-end visualization in your business process. We can do tracking across your business process, which is even built using hybrid architecture, which is built across multiple cloud platforms like Azure, AWS, Google, and etc. Today, I have few sample business process which combines success and failure and few in progress transactions. And if you want to investigate on any one of these transactions, you can simply click on it and Serverless 360 PAM will give you a pictorial representation of the data processed in your system. So you can see the data has been ingested into my logic app, and from there my function app reads it and does a validation. After validation, I send it to an external logic app which is exposed via an API, and for my internal auditing purpose, I store it in an Azure storage account. So if you want to see, so this particular transaction belongs to the ID KSE02006. And if you want to investigate or if you want to get the entire payload, you can just click on it and Serverless 360 will have the entire payload being processed by this logic app. And if you want to have further details like when was this transaction started or when was the stage executed, all of these details will be captured in Serverless 360 PAM. What if we have a failure scenario? In cases of failure, without a distributed tracing tool, we need to jump into multiple places and understand where in our system the failure has happened. But here in Serverless 360, the failure will be exactly spotlighted for you with much better understanding of the error reason as well. You can see the failure has happened in my logic app execution, and if you want to know the exact reason, I can click on it and Serverless 360 will have the exact details for me. The error reason for this logic app to be in failure state is a duplicate entry. So the data that I receive for this particular transaction is already available in my system. So I can just omit this or ignore this transaction since it's a duplicate entry. And if you want to ignore it, I can do it in Serverless 360 UI by providing an exact reason. Since it's a duplicate entry, I'm going to provide the reason as duplicate so that in future, I'm not concentrating on this failure. And what if we have a data failure? 90% of the failures happening in our production system is due to a data failure, which is invalid data, mismatching the data that our system is processing. And these data failures can as well be spotlighted in Serverless 360 PAM. And for one another sample, the failure has happened in my function app. So the logic app execution has been successfully completed, but the failure happens in my function app. And if I want to know what is the exact reason for this failure, again, I can click on it and Serverless 360 will give me further details. So the reason for this function execution failure is invalid data. So what I can do is I can reprocess this transaction and I can choose to edit the entry that I want. So the data is not valid. So what I'm doing is I'm going to edit the data and then I can choose to reprocess it. I can alter any content within my message body and then I can confirm for reprocessing. So this gives us a single visualization of the data, and even error handling becomes much more simpler with Serverless 360 PAM. So without the PAM solution of Serverless 360, for any failures happening in your function app, we need to get into a function app, check for its execution, and then we need to reprocess them, which brings a lot of overhead for a user. But here in Serverless 360 PAM, all of these operations can be handled effectively from a single place. And Serverless 360 just not gives you an representation of the data flowing in your system. It can also help you obtain business insights using the dashboards that it has. So you can have a better understanding of how many transactions has been initiated in your system over the hour or over the past 2 hours. And you can also have some business insights like how many transactions has been completed successfully, how many got failed, and how many are still in progress. And it's an employee onboarding scenario that we are discussing. And in this employee onboarding scenario, there are in total of 5 employees onboarded for the support industry and 3 for the DevOps and 3 for the IT industry. So all of business insights can be gathered from Serverless 360 PAM. So Serverless 360 is also a monitoring solution for your business, and it can detect an failure happening in your system and send you alert reports. So from Serverless 360 PAM alert report, your business audience or end users can always be well informed on the failures happening in your system. So you can even do a duration monitoring. So one critical problem that business has is meeting their business SLAs, and Serverless 360 PAM can help you achieve it. Any transaction has been detected running longer than your expectance, Serverless 360 can detect it and send you an alert report. Thanks for watching. Do explore Serverless 360 PAM with its free trial.